Buongiorno and welcome to the best possible overpowered cheap meta Serie A players. They have a great upgrade this year with many special cards, new promos, and also the release of the FC Pro live cards makes this league very cool to use. So I'm going to show you every position, every meta player, every new objective and SBC so you can build yourself the perfect Serie A squad. Do you need coins in FC 26 Ultimate Team? Then go to u7buy.com. It is the quickest, most reliable and the safest platform on the internet to buy your FUT coins. Big creators use it and it has the best reviews. And if you use my code VIVA, you'll receive an extra 8% discount at checkout. Link is down below. We are starting in goal, and in these videos I'm also including the icons that are matching with the league they used to be great in. So then you can actually buy icons matching your league. So for the goalkeepers, we have 5 options. 4 of them are ultra cheap. We have David De Gea, Mr. 3K, great goalkeeper for any starting squad. But if you really want to start off on a high, go with Mike McNair. He might be 6k more expensive than David De Gea, but he's worth every single penny. We also have Suzuki, great goalkeeper. You can use him in the new evolution. He only goes out with 2 reflexes. It's not that big of a deal if you use him in that evolution, but still he's a good goalkeeper. And Mike McNair in form, he is even better than the normal gold Mike McNair. He has 2 times higher, well, 2 more diving, he has better handling, he has better reflexes, he has way better positioning. So yep, he is actually a good upgrade. If you can't be happy with Mike McNair, you should go for the best goalkeeper the Serie has ever seen, and that is Gianluigi Buffon. He comes with $500,000, but as I told you, if you click the link down below and buy the coins of U7 by using my link for a couple of bucks, Buffon is your goalkeeper in a couple of minutes tonight. We then go to the center back position. For a good center back, we're aiming for high pace, good defending, good physicality. That's what we want. If they have good passing and dribbling, it's an extra plus. In the higher divisions, you get pressured a lot, and that center back should be good in the passing. So we find one of the most hidden gems. Well, hidden, he is used by a lot of pro players. It is Mario Gila. He's only 82 rated, so he can be used in several Evos. So that means you can get this man up to 86 if you spend a few Evos on him, and then you actually get yourself one of the best center backs the game has ever seen. An objective I hope you have done him was Tomori in season 1. You can't get him anymore, but please, if you did that SBC, still keep him the objective. By the way, he is one of the best there on the center back position. Don't worry if you missed on Tomori, you can also go for Gold Bremer. He also does still an exceptional job. And we have, of course, Cornerstone Mancini. But for the medium budget, we actually make a big step forward. Cabal, he is now very good, but when the moon will shine once again, his pace goes up to 99, and he's then one of the most wanted center backs in the whole game. But even without the Halloween boost, this card is still exceptional. Now we have to make a little bit of a, well, let's call it prediction, because tomorrow, I'm recording this video on Thursday and also releasing it on Thursday, but one day later, there will be a brand new FC Pro live promo. But all the cards have been released already, if I'm not mistaken, and all the people that know more about it, this Bremer card is coming your way. Slightly better, of course, but he has everything to do and can learn. If they win everything, the Champions League, for example, Bremer and all those FC Pro live cards go up with a maximum of plus 3 overall. They gain some extra playing styles alongside the way. They get an extra weak foot, skill moves. So Bremer is only the start of 86. What will be his price? I think in the end it will be around a medium budget, because the more expensive center backs, Lucio and even Cordoba, they're trading for 600 and 250k, and I think Bremer will be underneath that price gap. We have also Marcel Desailly, Giorgio Chiellini and Paolo Maldini, really great center backs that are linked with the Serie A. So if you want to build yourself a realistic team, these are the players to go for. Soccer Deal Shop is the best place in the world for your football shirts, kits, training suits and more. Become a happy customer just like me and my son. You go to the website, click the link down below and use the code VIVA for a big discount. Happy shopping! We make the move to the right back position, and for a good cheap price, you really are the king in the Serie A, because Juan Cuadrado and Touré of Pisa. They're great players to start off your game with. And with Cuadrado, yep, his pace goes up to 99 when Halloween hits again. Well, Halloween is over, but there will be an extra week that this card goes live when the moon is right there at the right spot. And being full moon nights, Cuadrado will get at least 1 week extra of being exceptional. Also, that Karim Benzema card, guys, yep, we will be facing it all over again. He's not a Serie A card, but still, I bet if you played Ultimate Team, you played against that Halloween Benzema card with 99 pace, it's still hunting my dreams, like Gengar and Hunter from Pokemon did in the past. Denzel Dumfries is good. I really like Football Festival. Giovanni Di Lorenzo, El Capitano of Napoli. You can also see the meta rating on those cards, and 90.2 is super high, and I would always recommend to go for them. Or if you really splash the cash, you can go with Maicon, Thuram, Zanetti, Zambrata, and Cafu. But still, you have to break the bank for players like that. On the left back position, it's kind of poor. I'm honest about that. You only have a couple of hours to get Renato Augusto. He is a free card if you have a season pass. If you didn't get him, don't worry. You can still go with Di Marco. Another FC Pro live card that is released as a prediction. It is Nuno Tavares. He will be coming on that position, and it's good news because Cambiasso is not an SBC anymore. It is over. You should have done it. I told you many times before, do SBC Cambiasso. If you have a Serie A team, he's a must-have. Luckily, you're now a little bit saved with that Nuno Tavares card. Although I think it's not as good as Cambiasso because he also had that 4-star, 5-star. Cambiasso is an exceptional player. Nuno Tavares is releasing your pain a little bit if you forgot to listen to Viva and do this SBC for a Serie A team. Stepping into the midfield, we go to the CDMs, and CDM is a position that is really going away. It's disappearing. We have a lot of center-mids, we have a lot of playmakers, but the real CDMs like De Rossi, Daniele De Rossi, they are disappearing from international football a little bit. Because if you see this page, Guendouzi can play CDM, Çalhanoğlu can play CDM, but they're more center midfielders. Same can be said about Locatelli, Zambo, and Guiza. They were more center-mids going up and down that pitch. Can they play CDM? Yep, they can. Is it their natural position? Wow, not really. Like De Rossi and Gattuso, they did. Gattuso, by the way, I would say don't buy him. He is an icon that is one of the worst ever. So I would rather even go for Zambo Anguissa than I would go for Gattuso because he's slow on the ball, slow with agility. Gattuso is a player you should skip on. Frank Rijkaard made name for himself in the Dutch league, but most of the time with AC Milan, alongside of course Ruud Gullit and Marco van Basten, they were the three of Haaland. Wearing this amazing shirt, you can buy them at Soccer Deal Shop. It is, by the way, Black Friday the whole rest of November. So that is great. You get free shirts if you buy shirts. You get big discounts. So do that right now and become the new Frank Rijkaard. Daniele De Rossi is the best by far. High rating, high meta rating, but he comes with a big price. But you can buy those coins easily at U7Buy. We then go to the center mid position, and this is a packed position. Center mids and the Serie A, it is a beautiful combination. First, we're starting off with the cheapest ones, and I'm not even including all the evolutions you can do with those cheap bastards like Barella, Loftus-Cheek, Thuram, and Scott McTominay. There is so much you can upgrade. You can actually make that into a dream team midfield. Maarten de Roon is a good pick if you want to go for that. Enduro of Fiorentina can only go up. And also Zielinski of Poland, Festival of Football, is a great card to start off your game with because he's overall super complete. So center mid position, it's way better than the CDM. So if you're looking for a Serie A team, I would recommend go for a formation without CDMs, or you should be able to pack Daniele De Rossi. You can use him as a CDM, but for the rest, go for a formation with center mids and cams only on that center midfield position. For a medium budget, we have Juan Sebastian Veron. He's a great and decent icon for around 80k. If you like an icon in your team, Veron can be that man. Is he as good as Kone, Thuram, and Scott McTominay's cornerstone cards and road to the knockout stage cards? Nope, he isn't. He's not even getting close. Those guys are way better, but they're also more expensive than Juan Sebastian Veron. And I think EA should change this a little bit because icons are not feeling like icons anymore. Well, the majority of them doesn't feel like icons. Of course, we have Patrick Vieira, and Ruud. Of course, we have those golden boys, but they come with a big price. I only have those players in my team because I buy the coins daily at U7 Buy, and now you can buy, I believe, 500k or 5 million coins for only 100 bucks, and then you get yourself a brand new team and you don't have to spend FIFA points or something like that, pack opening, and that is disappointed. Marquisio and Hamsik is also generally one of the best center mids I've ever played with. If he goes live with a full moon once again, Hamsik is just unstoppable. He's already very good right now, but then he is just a werewolf. The cam position is a very good position in the Serie this year. We didn't have a lot of players at the start, but now with the new promos, EA did a great job by entering some interesting players. For the starting squad, you should always go with Gold Paolo Dybala. His agility is good, his 5-star skill moves feel good, his dribbling is good, he's a great starting player. Rabiot is decent, but Rabiot is better as a center mid. Lukaku SBC is not doable anymore, but he was very good, but he was more used as a striker. And Stankiu is also a nice cam if you want to combine him with Paolo Dybala on a cheap budget. Want to upgrade from there, we have Nakata, Pulisic, Rui Costa, and Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne is the best, and he's almost an expensive player. Let's call him like that, because you can see how good the Serie A was, guys, around the millennial. Now it's only about Premier League and sometimes La Liga superstars, but Serie A back then had all of them. You can see them: Kaká, Del Piero, Baggio, Zidane, Maradona. It was like the 80s, 90s, the 2000s. They were all Serie A teams. I started off playing Pro Evolution Soccer. It was all about Inter Milan, AS Roma, and AC Milan. That were top teams. With Juventus, that was the best you could face. Nothing against Arsenal or something like that. Arsenal was good, but they were not even in the shadows back then in those football games. If you started off with Inter Milan, you had Adriano, you had a bunch of great players, and that is what you see back in this video. Icons and the Serie A, they went hand in hand back in the day. We go to the wing, and we're going to the right wing first. Buying yourself a right winger in the Serie A, you're probably looking for that. And for a cheap budget, you can't be wrong with Pulisic. Very nice to get. Want to spend a little bit more. Berardi also has a high meta rating of 86. I would say also a meta rating should be over 84 at least to make it into this video. Francisco Conceição even has a meta rating of 87 because he is super quick and has great dribbling stats. Orsolini is super complete, and the man that is abusing his pace for a long time is Victor Ibarbo. And always when I see a player like this, Ibarbo, Doumbia, Gervinho, I think bring me back to those days. FIFA 11, 12, 13, 14, when you actually could build yourself a bronze team and beat all the iconic gold teams easily. This game was fun. Now it's all about being there, having the best players. Every game is compatible and very competitive. It is very hard to enjoy the game. Just to play fun games, it's hard. And I think EA should look into that, because or else this game could be dying. We also have the strikers to finish off this episode with, and on this we then go to the left midfielders, and there we find some very good players to strengthen your squad. First, Cambiaghi. Like an inform, he can be yours, but I would always recommend in the cheap area to go for Rafael Leao. By far, you can see the meta rating 87.1. It's much higher than all the others. David Neres, he was a cheap player and a free one if you had the season pass for season 2, and Zaccagni is also not a bad investment. We have medium budget Nedved and Gervinho. Why is Gervinho so cheap? Because he doesn't have good shooting and passing. That's it. That's why people like Rafael Leao even more. If you have to choose, I would say go for Leao any day of the week. For the expensive budgets, we have Leao once again, and also a card that is coming. It is Stefan El Shaarawy. Remember when he was a silver star back in the day with Roma, FIFA 12, 13, he was that cool player on that camp position. I think he will be in the end in the medium budget, but for now we're putting him next to Rafael Leao just because the card with 89 dribbling and 87 pace looks bloody amazing. We're finishing off this video with the strikers. If you love it, leave a like, subscribe. If you want to see more videos are popping up right now. I made this video about the Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, Ligue 1, all the big leagues are covered in my channel. We have the cheap strikers. I go with Adamala, Lookman, and Martinez. And although you think this pace is not good enough and you didn't play this game, because pace is not very usable in the higher divisions. Yep, they need good pace, but a more like great agility, good dribbling skills, and the finesse shot ability. And Lookman and Martinez can do that like nobody else can. Milito, same, he's a good and decent finisher, but he's not even getting close to Lookman and Martinez, as crazy as that sounds. Pulisic can also play there. On the medium budget, it's getting really interested. Bonnie, for example, I can't stop him. Every single time I play against Bonnie, he is kicking my butt. We also have Højlund, Shevchenko, and Hernan Crespo. Great, cheap strikers, but there is more. Also the likes of Doumbia, Marco van Basten are there for your team to strengthen it. So don't sleep on those great strikers, and they all have a link once again with the Serie A. We also have the expensive players. It is Ronaldo number 9, Di Natale, Francesco Totti, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Yep, the era 90s and 2000s, it was amazing for the Serie A, and with players like that, you could easily hunt dreams forever. I still enjoyed it. When thinking back to my childhood, I grew up with these players. They were in their prime. I went to the San Siro. I saw Shevchenko play. I went to Zlatan Ibrahimovic when he came with his team Inter and AC Milan to Ajax and PSV Eindhoven in the Netherlands where I live. I watched them all. The only thing I never saw, and I really regret it, is Ronaldo number 9 live. He played in the Netherlands, but I was too little and to watch it. So with that, we come to the end of this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and put on the notification bell, and buy the coins that you 7 buy, and buy these amazing shirts at Soccer Deal Shop.